just crap. Maybe it's as simple as that. So it's not a tactical thing, it's not a positional thing. Maybe these dudes are just crap. You know. It's nah. Like these guys are just really, really bad. Because Real Madrid could be playing for 1,000 years. You could play that much for 1,000 years with that same team, they wouldn't score. And I think it's pretty simple. If you're reliant on an 18-year-old who is only just beginning his professional career, he's only just there to get and understand the team. That's where the problem lies. Because Vinicius, he's already just starting, and so the fact that Real Madrid are so reliant on him and Vinicius is the only exciting player who can make things happen, that's an issue. Your big money man, your big star man, let's say Christian Bale. I forgot he was in the team. Because the weird thing is like Barcelona's defense played well. But how well did they play? Because is it a case of Piqué and Longley having really good games? Or is it that Real Madrid were just really bad and just creatively defunct? I think it was a bit of both. I think Benzema's trash. Bill was the worst player on the pitch, break of the game. But I think as well, Piqué was on point. Piqué, Longley, Busquets, defensively they were on point. Their positioning and everything, and that's where you've got to look at Valverde, because they say all you want about Valverde, he really understands his defense. He really understands how to defend, and I think that how Barcelona defend as a team, not individually as a team, is far better than how they used to defend under Luis Enrique or a Pep Guardiola. But again, quality goal from Rakitic, quality goal, nice finish, nice depth finish, and it's a story of the game in the midweek. Barcelona are just simply much more clinical. They're simply a much more clinical side, and you could just see from Barcelona's attack that this is much more incisive, that they looked more likely to score. But also as well, you have to look at the tactics as well, because Varane is really a tier one defender. He's playing like a brick but he's really a tier one defender. But Varane in Deschamps' team plays in a defensive system. So in a defensive system, he obviously has a lot more protection and is not as much exposed. But in Solari and in Lopetegui's system, they're so attacking, they're so widespread, they play so high up. Varane is everywhere. He is up, down, left, right. I don't even know where this flipping dude is. So this just exposes him far more and really means that is far more susceptible to the very intricate and very intelligent attacking players that Barcelona have. So for Messi, for the Cannibal, and for the Us, it's very easily to really pass through here and get through the dude. So yeah, man, like I just think, for Real Madrid, I think that they need to reset. This they need a complete and total revamp of the entire team. Um, because they're just players here who really are not. I mean, Asensio, I don't think he's that good. But we say this about Benzema. Remember when you guys told me to remove Benzema from the Brick Academy? Remember that. Remember, you put pressure on me to removing that he deserves to be so suspended. Now you're seeing why this guy will never leave this academy for at least the next 2 3 years. He is essentially a flipping brick. I mean, my God, you can't dribble, you can't move with the ball, you can't take any shots, you can't get to pass guys. I admit that the supply to him wasn't great. I admit that. But sometimes you've got to demand the ball. Sometimes you've got to do more on the ball. And you can't be on the left wing, right wing, and so forth. So it's a mess. It's a complete mess. And look, if you're Ajax, man, if you're flipping Ajax, you should be looking forward to that game on Tuesday and saying, look, man, we have a chance here. I mean, any team has a chance against the Bernabeu. I think for the Bernabeu, you've got to rename it the Nou Campeiro. Something like that. You've got to rename it as Nou Campeiro, because this is yet another victory that Barcelona have recorded in Real Madrid's house. That is shocking. I mean, that is shocking. That is disgraceful, and that is flipping embarrassing. So I think that's why. So for Barcelona and for Valverde, this wasn't a test for them. They didn't really have, and that's just the worrying thing. They didn't really have to push themselves. You know, all they had to do was keep their structure, keep their shape in defense, take their chances. They took their chance. They should have had a lot more because, and that's the thing about it. They took their chance. And you would think that as the losing team, you would create more chances. But the best chances in the game, the best clear goal scoring chances in the game came from Barcelona. Couto was the one that had to make much more of the saves. Ramos and Varane were the guys that were actually under a lot of pressure, even though Barcelona were winning. I don't know how many saves that homeboy Ter Stegen had to make. I don't think Ter Stegen had to make any real saves. So yeah, it's yet another L, man. Yet another L, and I think we can pretty much write off La Liga and write off Copa del Rey. So for Barcelona, there's just one more ring to rule them all, man. One more ring to rule them all.